Hi everybody, this is Oleg. Welcome to Oregon Preparedness. I'm still in Texas, almost by Amarillo. I'm like 50 miles away or so, Amarillo by morning. And I stopped at this rest area and I saw one really interesting sign here. I'll show you. Trucks, cars, and what does it say there? Watch for rattlesnakes. Of course, no surprise here. It's Texas, in the middle of the Texas. And you know, it's a really hot day here today. 108 degrees, I'm sure. Rattlesnakes are out. Here's some strange bug running around, some really weird looking one. Anyway, this sign is permanent, so I'm pretty sure in the winter time those rattlesnakes are hibernating. But the sign is permanent, so who knows, maybe they're active here most of the year. I don't know what the weather is here like in the winter. Yeah, I am at this safety rest area. Some of you who are local might know this rest area. I'm walking back to my truck where it's cooler. Oh, truck's passing. And I'm actually hoping to see a rattlesnake somewhere here on the side. That would be cool. That would be an interesting sight. I hate snakes, I hate rattlesnakes, but to see them at the distance is interesting nevertheless. Oh, I am back in my truck, so much better, so much cooler. And I tell you, it's a lot drier here compared to Houston. In Houston or San Antonio was very humid. Over here it's pretty dry. And it's 104 degrees, my truck says. Let's see. Yeah, 104 Fahrenheit. And it feels like you're in Death Valley, California. Feels dry and hot. And I mean, I don't like the really hot weather, but I'll be honest, dry heat is, even though it's hot, it's still easier to deal with. I don't know, maybe it's still humid here compared to a place like Phoenix, Arizona, I'm not sure. But it still feels here a lot drier than it was yesterday in Houston. And so I saw that sign and I thought about something. That's the main reason for this video. Watch out for the rattlesnakes. I've seen similar signs in Arizona also, and I'm sure probably they're everywhere rattlesnakes are. But they made me think, you know, rattlesnakes are pretty much everywhere in the United States. Rattlesnakes or other venomous snakes, there are a few of them. There are water moccasins, there are copperheads, there are coral snakes, and various types of rattlesnakes. So if and when you have to bug out, you inevitably will come across some. It depends where. If you're bugging out somewhere in Upper Peninsula in Michigan, maybe you'll never see one, although they still exist there. If you're in Montana, they also exist there, but chances of seeing one in Texas or in Florida or even eastern Oregon is a lot higher than it is to see one in Wisconsin. I'm not sure if Wisconsin has any. It's so cold over there, maybe not. I know Alaska has none, and Oregon and Washington, if you are on the western part, west side of the mountains where it rains a lot, there's supposedly no rattlesnakes. But if you're in an area with rattlesnakes and you're bugging out, you rely on yourself only. Are you ready for rattlesnake area? I think everybody who is serious about prepping must have few of these items: snake boots or really thick leathered work boots. I think they would probably work just as well. You must have snake bite kit, just basic tools in there: suction cup, maybe a scalpel, obviously some you're not gonna have anti-venom, but some allergic medicine like Benadryl. I heard if you get bitten by a snake, if you pop few Benadryls, even if scorpion bites you, supposedly it helps. So it would not affect you as much. And if you're bugging out, really you're not relying on a hospital. No one's gonna help you, just yourself. Number one rule: not to get bitten. So snake boots. If you are in a thicker grass or shady looking area where snakes might be, always have a stick with you. That way you can throw that snake away in case you see it. Better yet, a shovel so you can kill it on the spot. What if you're walking through your camp and you come across a snake? Chances are there is more. Chances are you're near their den, because snakes don't go too far away from their den. I think NY Prepper told me once they go like a mile away from their den. So you gotta have snake-proof boots or really thick work boots. Wear pants. Have a stick with you. If you have firearms, have a snake shot in it, in your handgun or in your shotgun. And just watch out and listen for things, because rattlesnakes, they rattle a lot. Sometimes they don't, but most of the times they do. And just clear the path. I remember when I was a kid, we used to go pick mushrooms up, and in my country especially in the woods, there were snake called just adder, and that adder, it was like viper family. It wasn't very long, 3-4 feet long, but it was still nevertheless quite venomous. And we would pick mushrooms. It was one of my favorite things to do, although I was always paranoid, scared of snakes. So we would always come, we see some mushrooms trying to pop up from under the leaves or under the grass. Before we even come close, we would move stick around those mushrooms. No snake? Okay, now you can get down and cut them off. Definitely cut them off, because if you pull them up, you'll pull them up with the roots, and there will be no mushrooms in the same place next year. Anyway, caution number one: build yourself a snake kit. Number two, and number three, your right kind of clothes, and number four, just pray that you don't come across any snakes or scorpions. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next upload. Give this video a like, share it if you find it useful. Take care.